All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Second and 6 coming up here. Lamar out of the pistol. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he goes out a little short of the 40. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. We give to Henry on the inside handoff. And that's good for a gain of 5. Brought down on the effort by Quinyon Mitchell. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, middle.
Lamar now from the gun. Walker hauls it in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He connects downfield on 4. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. It's a Tez Walker touchdown. Justin Tucker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. He's contained at the line for no gain. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Completed over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Hurts now on 4th. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There was not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Walker going in motion left. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle him up before it came to fruition.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Complete beyond the marker. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Flying down the middle with Henry. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3. Henry's going to try to pick it up. And he gets in, touchdown! The Ravens pull out in front further, 13-zip. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's a 2-score game early. Back to the bank in just a moment. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They'll get to work here, 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Roquan Smith with the pick. And the Ravens take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame.
Hey, listen, when you're throwing down the middle of the field, you have got to be crystal clear in your vision. There are so many defenders that can get into those zones. That might be a case of the QB there trying to do a little bit too much and certainly didn't see the defender who comes up with the big interception.
On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Pistol snap to Jackson. Buying some time right. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And they get this down to the 28. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. Going with King Henry here. And he runs this one down to the 22-yard line. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Running once more with Henry. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost. He busts those tackles.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
The throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
3rd and just 2 to go. From the gun, a run for Henry. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Staring at 4th down, the Ravens will go with Justin Tucker to try for 3. Little more than a chip shot. This is 25 yards. Bullock's kick is good. It sails right through a beautifully placed football.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the inner harbor. It's the Eagles. Lined up with a 2nd and 8. From the 32. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That's a pickup of 9. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. Hurts now from the gun. He's got Devontae Smith. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles chop some of the lead off before the half. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Nakobe Dean in on the tackle. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He's on the move. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Cooper to Jean in to pick it off.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Great.
They kick the running back in motion. From the pistol, Hurts. And the 1st down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended target. So 2nd down coming up. Hurts to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now 3rd down. Back to throw, Hurts. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw. A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. It's 1st and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Another try following the sack. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. He gets loose down the right side. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens will add to their lead at the end of the half. Tucker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens double their lead to 14. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Option play. They give it to Barkley. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Oh, try and force it into the slant. It's intercepted. Roquan Smith with the pick. And the Ravens get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
They run it with King Henry. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Change it.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Completes this one to Hill. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know it from the position of the quarterback, Kate. Sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
He brings it in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Getting out to his left. He's on the move. He's got a gain of 6 there. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 36. Completes this one to Jahan Dotson. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Throwing here, Hurts. Taken in by Smith. On the move, past the 40. And he's a yard or two shy of the 30 before going out. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
Hey, 73, 72. No touch.
Running back sent in motion.
Out.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Throwing the out route complete. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Hurts throwing again. Forced out to his right. He's going to keep it this time.
Positive yardage is positive yardage, and he gets what he can before protecting himself and getting out of bounds. But it still leaves him a little bit short of the first and what looked like a broken play.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Goddard makes the catch. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like.
And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles get it back to a 14-point game. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. And after that last-second score in the 3rd, we'll resume play with a kickoff.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, middle.
Here's Henry. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
What ain't it?
This is Henry on 2nd. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. A 4-yard pickup, and they're just inches shy as we reach 3rd down.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
He keeps it himself. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 3 on that game. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Certainly dropped these quarterback keepers anticipating a whole lot more yardage, but I think it could be overlooked there since they did pick up the 1st down. If anything, they can see what kept it to a small gain over there on the sidelines, and they'll come back to it on the next set of downs.
It's Henry on the carry. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Real quick.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Hands up. Sit up.
Lamar now from the gun. Into the hands of Walker. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory.
Whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front needed to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Before that play clock can reach 0, John Harbaugh signals for a timeout. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Hold on, ready?
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
180. Get on.
Here's Lamar. He's got the ball on the sideline. Ooh, difficult play, small gain, but it counts. First down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And the hit stuffs him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1. They give to Henry on the inside handoff. And they bring him down around the 34. This one goes for 3 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens feeling good with a 14-point advantage. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Another run for Henry. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Walker hauls it in. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Flushed out of the pocket. He's running with it. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Has it down close. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. Tucker on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Ravens stretch their lead to 21. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Complete to Dallas Goddard. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Eagles.
So it ends as a win for the Ravens. They did their part, Brock, defending the home field, using that advantage to secure the victory. We know home field advantage is a real thing. And the crowd, they did their part too, adding to just an awesome atmosphere, helping energize those players at big moments of today's ball game.
Yeah, it is super fun to win on the road. I'm not going to lie, to quiet the crowd, but you know what's even better? When you get to celebrate with your family, friends, your hometown people, your community, and you know, more importantly, they played a role as that extra voice in that building, man. It is a rewarding feeling.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the
Built on the side of a former piano factory. There's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decade since it opened back in 1998. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And we're underway from the bank. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first... See the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Lawrence starting with a throw. Going deep right away. This is caught inside the 15. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a first down.
Hey, Ron!
Working inside the red zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars take a 6-0 lead right away. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
It's pretty obvious this defense, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
180.
Trying down the middle with Henry. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Lamar out of the pistol. Catch is made down the right sideline. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. 3 yards on the pickup, and they're 3 away on 2nd and goal.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone, mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
Henry. And he's in for the touchdown. The Ravens finish off their opening drive. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
11.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
30 left.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Connection made. Travis Etienne. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
On red.
Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. Into the secondary past the 40. And he gets this all the way inside the red zone, down at the 19. 35 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
All right, let's go.
They give up the gut to Bigsby. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Cut near the goal line. And this is down all the way to the 3. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Hey, Lion. Here we go.
Etienne.
Situational football. Looking at 1st and goal, these defenses know what's coming at them. More often than not, a run play. It really is better to throw the ball unless you've got a way to disguise the run, and there was no disguising on that one.
Dump off caught by his back.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Hey.
Lawrence to throw it. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, my. It's intercepted in the end zone. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
He cuts it back right. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at first down here. Running once more with Henry. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
2nd and 8. And he's not going to escape this. The Jets drop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
An 11-yard loss on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Jackson now, 3rd and long. He puts some power on a deep one, and there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders or offensive guys have bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
First down throw, Lawrence has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Lawrence working from the gun. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Sending a receiver left. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. This is ahead for about 5. It was Andre Cisco who hauled him down there. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution was pretty well done, too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
From the 35 on 2nd down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Foye Oluwakin with the pick. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. Might be a little bigger than the defensive backs. Might carry, a little more weight than their more agile teammates in coverage. But those backers can be just as dangerous when you're trying to throw that football.
Yeah, ball hawk is everybody. I mean, we even see defensive linemen when that ball gets tipped to go get it. Many of these linebackers, Kate, today, they transition from safeties in college to linebackers because this game requires you to run sideline to sideline. And then when you can pick it and pick 6 it, you become one of the better linebackers in the game.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
180.
Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And he'll get it up to the 44. He gets 6 on that play, and that'll be first down, Baltimore.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next third down coming.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Ravens first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. First down, and they go back to Henry. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Ravens pushing for a late spark before halftime. On second down, here's Henry again. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. Running this with Henry. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They run. Here's Henry. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Play brought to an end by Ronald Darby. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on third down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Completed to Flowers. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Pistol snap to Jackson. This one's to Andrews outright. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Hey, Alpha, it's hot. 180.
Out of the gun, Henry. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens making a 1-score game before halftime. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens cut the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. 19 seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. He lets one fly deep downfield. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it sets up 2nd down. Lawrence throwing here. He's looking deep once again. That one's cut at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars will add to their lead at the end of the half. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Returnable from the 2. Good looking return here, and he's got room. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
180. Sit up.
Gets this to Bateman. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down. 1 play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Hey, hey.
Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Stopped by Foye Oluoku. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
This is Henry on 2nd. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Stopped by Foye Oluoku. 3rd and just 2 to go. Lamar now from the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
180.
From the gun, Jackson. Throw caught at the 6. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives him 1st and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They'll run here with Henry. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens cut the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Hey, easy. Route. Hot.
Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
He's going to snag a couple of yards charging up the gut. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. Here's Lawrence to throw. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively. Right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
They can't connect as the coverage comes through. The 4th down stand.
Quarterback so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards him, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential 1st down.
And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Tyson Campbell, the man on that tackle. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
We give to Henry on the inside handoff. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. It was Andre Cisco who hauled him down there. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be 3rd down. Another run for Henry. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Going with King Henry here. And he's got a chunk of yards as we've reached the end of 3. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now a run with Henry. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And it's a game down to the 5-yard line. They got a handful on the play. Now need a handful more. 5 yards on 2nd and goal. Once more, here's Henry. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
13.
Jackson has it, 3rd and goal. To the edge of the end zone. Oh, it's incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Back to throw. Here's Jackson. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, 99% of what they did was excellent. Right play call, good route, great throw. Just needed to make that catch. That's a situation you expect your guys to convert every time.
Sink right. All right, let's go. Sink right. Here we go.
1st and 10. It's Lawrence. ETN on the catch. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
Lisa 24.
Lawrence in the pistol. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, Lion.
He's going to keep this one. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. Offense up to the line fast. He keeps it himself. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Jaguars go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Trevor Lawrence with the touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars double their lead to 14.
Ravens 21. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Jackson throwing here. Finding Flowers. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st down, Jackson. Complete, Derrick Henry. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. And he crosses midfield before going out. Ravens 14 points back. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. 1st down throw for Jackson. Aguilar with the grab. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Fits it through the middle. And he drives this forward to the 6. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Working inside the red zone. And this is caught for a score, and we are not done here yet. Tucker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, I'm gun. Hey.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. He's trying to push the field. They connect on the deep shot. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars double their lead to 14.
42. Ravens 28. Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. On the move, headed right. Trying to push it deep downfield, and that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked by their rookie out of Florida State. And the Jaguars are able to take the interception up to their own 35-yard line.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He gets a lot behind one. Deep downfield. This is hauled in by Ingram. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes. And what a difference it can make for an offense.
He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back! Because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. That's taken in by Henry. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
So the Jaguars, the visitors in this one, but they take home the win. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Jaguars, as we say so long from Baltimore.